Everyone, let's stand and, well, first of all, talk to your neighbor for about, I know you were, but speak to someone you've never spoken to. Wander around, find somebody you've never talked to. And welcome people on YouTube. Oops. And while you're talking, stretch. And wave at this new person you've never spoken to before. And the other arm. And this gets your ribs going, right? And then take your hands and just back and forth, right. Good. All right. And then just circle around gently and rotate. Shoulders can get really tight and in our way as we speak. Roll shoulders. Jacqueline, do you want to do this? Good. Good. Just straight top to bottom, bottom to top.
Bottom to top. We're already at the top. So let's start with the shoulder.
Here we go.
Oh, God.
Turn, put your hair up.
My hair up.
Yep.
Oh, dear. Oh. All right. I have a pocket.
Yep.
Pockets is. All right. So can you hear me? Can you hear me now? You heard that a few thousand times in the last 3 years? All right, so we did the little stretch this way and that way. Let's do one this way. So while we're in the upper back, let's relax your head. And I want to make sort of the feeling of a C in my upper body. I want you to stretch that and let that head relax a little bit between your arms. Maybe turn side to side a little bit, like kind of a, no, and then maybe a little yes. Take a breath into your upper back and let it out. And then dorsal area. Release your arms and just sort of hang there. Swing your arms back and forth a little bit. If you got some room, I think you got enough room. And breathe. Breathe a little lower this time. Now try breathing into your low back while you're sort of hanging over. Sometimes we can feel things better when we're not standing. All right, while you're there, let's now just sort of roll up slowly, head last. Okay, now let's go back to what we were starting to do. I think this just fell off my head. So we're rolling some shoulders from front to back. I have a shoulder injury, so I'm not moving as well as I'd like. Let's go the other way. Breathe, keep breathing. Nice, full, relaxed breath. And let's take the head over to that shoulder, the ear to the shoulder. And if you want more, you can take your hand and give a little weight. But if it's enough, so rather than leaning your body, so really think about your body being up and letting the weight of your head. So we're really trying to get a stretch here and just a release more than a stretch. I don't really want you to think of stretching. And then if you would like to turn and, as Debbie says, smell your armpit. And then let's go up a little from there. So we're a little bit at a diagonal. And then let's go up here, and we're going to imagine we're getting kissed on the neck. Oh, thank you. Thank you, like the crown. Okay, then let's roll the head down in the front. And let's end up with that left ear over the other side. So again, keep your shoulders square if you can. Check yourself. Check that you're not leaning into it. And just add a little weight if you like. Gently and easily. Necks can be tricky, especially if we're not aware of the tension we're holding in the neck. And then a little diagonal towards the armpit area. Release that side neck. And then let's rotate. So now you're sort of allowing that neck to be exposed on it's my right side, whichever side you're on. And then let's drop it one more time to the front. And go to the side, and one more time to the other side. And back upright. Okay. Let's take a little tuft of your hair right in the middle where your hair likes to go in different directions. And imagine, if you watch the Barbie movie, which I don't know if they show her, there's a ballerina Barbie. And the ballerina Barbie has a little twirly thing on the top of her head. Or imagine you have a string in the center of your head and you're pulling yourself up just ever so slightly. And so you're allowing the natural curve of your neck. We're not jutting forward. We're not tucking in. We're just center, okay? And take a breath, and I want you to raise your shoulders up and breathe out and drop them down. Just kind of move them a little bit so that you feel they're sort of settled down here. And check now to see if your head is still where it was and if your shoulders are doing any of this. This is how I drive. Do any of you do that? Okay, so let's get those shoulders. I don't want you to have tension, so not like you're, I don't know what this is, but not that. So relax them in an easy position here, so you've got a nice square for your body, okay? And we're going to extend that down. So now we're going to check the hips and the low back. So sometimes we tend to arch, and sometimes we tend to stick our hips out, and then that head goes with it, right? So the head counters or goes with, or sometimes it comes back, but usually it counters forward. So we're going to try and find that center, so the pelvis is centered in that same line that we started with, the very tip of the head, top of your head. So it's going down through the center of your body, and we're finding that forward to back motion. Release that low back. Let's try a little side to side as well. So a little side to side, find that, and have your feet a little bit apart. Not too wide, but not yoga together, toes together. Let's get a little balance so that we can move in our singing and in our breathing. We can feel like we've got space in here. So just take your hands and take a breath and imagine your breath is just dropping down into your body. And then release. Good. Now let's check your knees. How are your knees doing? We're going to bend them. Let's do one knee and do the other knee. And then the other knee, the other knee. And let's find that center. So now we've got a line that's going from in between our feet, which are now a little bit apart. It's going right up through the center of our bodies and coming up to the top of our head. And see if you can just release any little bit of tension that you might have in there. And then let's do a quick awareness of the back of your head right here. So a lot of times when we start to sing, and I'm definitely guilty of this, I don't know if anyone else is, I tend to go forward a bit, especially if I'm really intense in something. I'm singing something really powerful. And then I've got all this tension. So give a little resistance with your hand and activate, if you will, the muscles in the back of your body without tucking like I just did, but just keep your nice neutral position and feel that activation. So now when you take your hand away, see if throughout the rehearsal tonight you can check in with the back of your body. Last week we did a whole back of body awareness. I won't do that now. But think about that if you can. Have little moments where you go, oh, what's the back of my head doing? What's the back of my body doing? We're very forward oriented. And allow that to help you bring yourself back into alignment from top to bottom. Okay, good.
Thank you.
You bet.
Especially, yes, thank you. There is a method by a woman by the name of Jo Estel, and she lived in Santa Rosa for a while. She talks a lot about anchoring in two places, the head-neck anchoring and the body anchoring. And I love that awareness of the back of the neck. That's what she would call anchoring. So if I say head-neck anchoring, it's not this, but it's that awareness. Never do we grip or freeze or squeeze. Thank you, thank you. Great. Remember the worksheet from last week? The checklist? And now sitting, you may sit, but look at that again, that alignment of that fellow on the chair. He's on his sits bones, his head. Notice in that skull, the front of the head from that AO joint, the front is equidistant to the back. So it's not that. And every inch you move your head forward, it adds 10 pounds. Every inch. That's a lot of weight for that poor spine. So first of all, we've done the release of the tension, thank you, and we've done our alignment. Now let's get the vocal folds moving. Everyone just sing a low, ah. And do that again. And massage your jaw. Keep singing. Massage your masseter up here. It's in the picture there. Because that's all part of the jaw. Great. Let's do a whoop slide from low to high. And just low to high. Because what I want to do is just stretch the vocal folds and leave them stretched. Ready? And you could do that. And go. Stay on the height. Just take your fingers, and I want you to stretch your vocal folds and leave them stretched. So you're not going to go, ooh. That's what these would do. So just stretch them and go. Don't come down. One more time. Whoop. Just straight up, right. And then we're going to contract them. And so inside you have a vocalis muscle, and sometimes they call it the TA muscle, the thyroid muscle, and it just is shortening as you go down and thickening. That's how you get pitch. Try that again. Go whoop up. Yes, yes. Now they're thin and they're stretched. Now they're still stretched. Start high and come low. And there's pitch. There's your pitch. Great. Let's start with an NG siren. And I have directions. It says siren on thin folds. We will get to all of this. But thin folds, your vocal folds are on edge. So instead of being like this on your ah, they're on edge. So we're going to go NG. Siren. Add your hand. Same thing, it gets those vocal folds moving. Good. Now the breath, we're going to do SOVT, semi-occluded vocal tract. And that means there's some obstruction here. It's semi-occluded, it's semi-closed. So we're going to do some. How about that? Could you give me a G? Let's start with let's do a little lower. Let's do an E. Try that. go up a half step, and we're going to do a raspberry. And bum, 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 bum. Right. And now let's do some V's. Good. Pretend you're singing through a straw and put your fist and make a kazoo sound. Ready? And then one other thing, inside, make a trombone. I think of those pneumatic drills, they're taking your tire off. And try that again. Go. Now what that does is it brings back pressure back on top of the vocal folds. It's called supraglottal pressure. Your glottis is the space between your vocal folds. Okay? So we're going to put pressure on top of the vocal folds as well as pressure below the vocal folds so that the vocal folds, what? It's called a duct. They're going to come together. Now, what's cool about this is the Bernoulli effect. Air coming through your vocal folds. Now watch the edges of these papers. I'll turn and do each side. You'd think if I was going to blow air between papers, they might what? They might blow apart. Now watch. What do? They came together. That's what our vocal folds do. Except they would be this way, and we would be blowing air from this direction, and you get that subglottal pressure, and it pulls the vocal folds together. And that's singing. But now, if we want a little extra zippity-doo-dah, we want supraglottal pressure also. So subglottal, supraglottal. All right, let's go to the second page of our worksheet. Just review this real fast. That tidal versus inspiratory reserve volume and expiratory reserve volume. Everybody get your tidal breath going. And everyone's a little different. Just everyday breathing. So bring your hands out like this. And it's not very big. This is about a half a liter of air, half a liter, half a liter. Now we're going to go to IRV, and this is 2.5 to 3 liters. And back down. Inhale. Now let's go to the expiratory. Inhale. Exhale. Great. And what I find sometimes when I'm running out of breath or it's too fast, I go like this, and I'm going to press this like pressing a beach ball in water. So you're going to get a little extra breath pressure. Let's review our coastal dorsal diaphragmatic breathing. Coastal is the front ribs. Here's your 10th rib. Bring it up. Not your shoulders, that's the hard part. You're going to breathe into your, these are cartilages at the sternum, and they actually will move. And actually, ribs are fairly flexible. So you're going to bring it up like a bucket handle. We'll call this the coastal breathing. Now, some people say, oh, you should never breathe up here because that's too high. No, we're talking about this you don't do, but this you do. And the pecs are a secondary inhalation. So inhalation muscles are the diaphragm and the intercostals. Intercostals, external intercostals. They're going to shorten We're going to get rid of the white space between the ribs. Okay? Would you give me, let's see, how about a G? Let's do fee-o-ee-o-ee-o-ee-o-ee. And we're going to just practice, first of all, coastal breathing. And breathe. Up in a half step. Good. And bucket handles. Excellent. Now we're going to go back and do dorsal breathing in our back. Everyone just lean over. And feel that expansion like we did with Jacqueline. Let's go back to a G. And now sit up straight and put your hands back here and feel this expansion. Ready? Breathe. And half step, breathe in. Excellent. Now we have diaphragmatic breathing, and that is we're going to drop into the pelvic basket. It's down here. Some people call it belly breathing, but the caveat is people say belly breathing, and they go right here. But that's not it. We're going to take the diaphragm, it's going to go down, and we're going to release this area so there's room to move. It's so this is sort of another picture of the diaphragm. So what happens is when we move those ribs, you see that? When we move the ribs, then we're almost like taking the diaphragm and it gets pushed down. There's the diaphragm. There's the lungs, and there's the diaphragm. And to have the diaphragm descend, we've got to get rid of all of the abdominal viscera, right? So here we go. Do a diaphragmatic breath. Put your fingers here. Just kind of, it's going to maybe feel like it's falling out. And breathe. And go down. Let's go down. And. Nice. Good. Now pick two of the three, dorsal, coastal, diaphragmatic. Pick two. Ready? And let's go back to G. And wait a minute. What do I want to do? I'll do the coastal and the diaphragmatic. Ready? And oh-ee, 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 oh-ee. Pick two different ones. And fee, oh-ee, 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 oh-ee. Pick two more. And fee, oh-ee, 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 oh-ee. Pick three. Inhale one more time. Right. And I can always tell when people do not breathe full, coastally, diaphragmatically. It's just this. And it almost always happens on catch breaths. You hear it, and there's no body connection. So keep that in mind. All right, how's your alignment? You got as much space behind your ears as in front?
Does the belly or the diaphragm go out?
This not much. I think of it more as dropping down.
Do I have it go out a little bit?
A little, but pretty subtle. And I always know when I go to the opera and, the guys are half naked but you never see this.
It's not going in either.
No. It will eventually, I think of it more as vertical because your diaphragm is moving down and we will have the pelvic basket move down to allow the abdominal viscera instead of this way, but down into your pelvic basket. Can you kind of sense that? It's a little hard to... And that's why your hips even have to be kind of loose, so that this is, you're not clenched? Yeah, that's a good question. Because a lot of people think belly breath, but go to the opera. And it's, in my pedagogy class, they said the rectus abdominis, think of it more as balance rather than And then when do we start to feel that little contraction in of the waist? In which part of the cycle? Which one? We're all exhaling. But what do we do in terms, it's at the assist part of the exhalation. This is all exhalation, but it's what do we do with our muscles to support body, the breathing, the singing. People say, you need more support. What is support? Repeat after me. Use of primary lower body muscles to budget the air. Simple as that. Simple as that. Great. Now we're going to go to the resist. And sometimes people don't like, we were saying, I don't like resist, it's too frozen. Then you can use maintain or suspend. So look at your resist checkpoints. This is for resist. I shouldn't have that assist right above it. Anyway, that's resist. Sternum. Let's do e, e, ah, oh, ooh. And remember, we're going to feel those costal. Ready? And e, e, so we're not collapsing. And now put your fingers on your solar plexus and go. E, go to your pelvic bowl, and you will feel it kind of, ready? And. Yes. I always get a richer tone when people engage that. I always get a better onset when people engage this. Let's do your ribs. You're going to breathe in. Don't forget your 3-part breath, and go. Yes, and your pitch is excellent. And now your waist. Ready? So it'll be just a little and. Yes, and I would say like 80% of your singing is going to be using that resist or the maintenance or the suspension. Now, okay, we're going to go e, e, ah, oh, ooh. And so I'm going to start using that assist. And those muscles are the quadratus lumborum, the internal and external obliques, and the, the TVAs, the transverse abdominals, and a little bit of the rectus abdominis. And remember, I didn't realize this, they go all around your whole body. We think of it, as Jacqueline was saying, we think very frontally, but these go all the way back here. They go all the way around, so it's just this. That's the assist. We're going to use that later. Let's think of, this is a fictitious number, but we're going to use the resist muscles. We're going to use the resist, and you can kind of feel it if you had a bungee cord. E, A, A, O, ooh. We're going to use this, resist, maybe 65%, and then we're going to engage for the assist. All right? Let's do up a pitch. Ready? Don't forget your dorsal and your diaphragmatic and your too much to remember. Ready? And resist. Yes, and you could go on. So you stop whenever, just whatever, just don't run out of gas. Don't go, ooh, and don't grip. So stop your car just in time. Ready? Inhale, 3-part, and go. Resist. Maybe start to assist. Maybe. Drop out. So you drop out whenever you want. And then if you couldn't get through the phrase, you either take it faster or you take an extra breath somewhere. Great. So there's our cycle, our breath cycle. Does that all make sense? Great. And it so changes the sound, the timbre. Let's do a little bit of danza danza. And that is on page 10. So, everyone say, danza, danza fanciulla. Danza, danza fanciulla. Al mio cantar. Danza, danza fanciulla gentile. Danza, danza fanciulla gentile. Al mio cantar. We're going to start with al mio cantar. Notice how short it is. So you don't have to go, al mio cantar, because I just blew those sheets, not together, but I blew them apart. So we're going to start with al mio cantar. Ready? And this is the very bottom of the page, the last 2 measures. Ready? Check your 3-point breath and check your alignment and go. Good. And were you on your resistors? That's all you'll need, because this is what I heard. Al mio cantar. Now listen on the resistors. I hope I can do this right. Al mio cantar. Do you hear the little difference in the body engagement? Try that and just check. Check your sternum. Check your solar plexus. Check your belly. Ready? And go. What a difference. What a difference. Now, it doesn't mean you have to go, al mio cantar, but the fact that you were engaged and you use those maintenance, that suspended, very good. Do that again, and you don't need a lot of breath, and go. Off. Excellent. Now we're going to go to the second phrase, the second system, the very last measure. Would you play it starting on the C? Danza, danza, the second system, very last measure, first page. That's okay. Danza, danza, fanciulla gentile. That's all we're going to do, because that's that phrase. So play it again if you would. Good. Now this is going to happen. I almost guarantee it. Sorry. Danza, danza, fanciulla gentile, al mio. So you have to be able to, al mio cantar. You don't need a big breath, but you do need that body breath. Ready? Starting with a danza, danza, 3-part breath, and go. Good. Now you've got it in your ears now. Try it again, and now pay attention to your breath onset points, because there's different onsets. Danza, danza, fanciulla gen. So I'm really using this and using this. Danza, danza, fanciulla gentile. I tend to grip this, so I really have to keep this instead of That's for later. Ready? Try that and go. Now stop right there. Now pack just a little bit for the trip. It's a very short trip. Go. Excellent, excellent. You don't need a big steamer just to go down the street. Now the first part. Would you play the first part? And that much. Here we go. Just test the waters and check. And most of us have weak spots. Most of us maybe let the ribs collapse or the waist come in. And we want, during this resist, maintain, suspend. It's not frozen, but most of us have a weak spot. You find yours. Ready? And go. Stop right there. Good. And do that again. Ready? And go. Now, pick two spots. Sternum, solar plexus, pelvic basket, ribs, waist. Pick two. Take your 3-point breath and go. Very good. One more time. Pick two different spots. And have a little more resistance. Have a little more bungee cord in there. Ready? And go. Yes, now the pitch is getting better because you're staying on it, staying on it, staying on it, staying on it. And it takes that much energy to sing. And if you use your body, it's easier than danza, fun. These little muscles here. You got big muscles here. Ready? Try that again. Does anybody need to go to assist at the end of that phrase? Are you running out of breath? Try that again. Then in that case, do this. Danza, danza, fanciulla mio cantar. So I'm putting a little extra pressure on this. But a little bit at the end is fine if you need to assist. Try that again. Push the beach ball in the water. And good, good. And now let's do all three phrases between mio cantar, boom, 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 danza, danza, fanciulla gentile, al mio. So you're going to make sure you go bum, 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 3-point breath, bum, 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 every time. Ready? And from the beginning. Check your alignment. And 1. Excellent. And the fact that you didn't overpack on the last, al mio cantar, and then you didn't crack, you just went right there. And altos, nice Ds, yeah? Right? High Ds, and sometimes people go, oh my God, oh my God. Now there are other things, as Julia Nielsen said in her breath boot camp, breathing is not the silver bullet. We've got tongue, palate, jaw, larynx, vocal folds, false vocal folds, all that stuff up here. So we're going to do just a little bit of tongue. Would you, here's one of my favorite pictures. Put a little stud right there and show me your stud. That's the dorsum of the tongue. So what I'd like you to think of, your tongue is going to be a nice hamburger patty, okay? But we're going to put a pickle on that dorsum, okay? Danza, danza, fanciulla. So you're going to have a hamburger tongue with a pickle on top, and you're going to put the pickle to the roof of your mouth. Okay? Got it? Everyone's go, okay, 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 okay. Now don't spread your lips. Okay, 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 because they're something different. Lips are different. No hitchhikers. Just tongue. Ready? Now, with a hamburger patty and a pickle on top, do danza, danza again. And 1. Now, can we get danza, danza, fanchu? Can you up your effort level in your resist muscles? I love Jo Estel. She has effort level. She will say, so what do you think your effort level was on those high notes of your resistor muscles? What do you think? 4? Let's pretend it was only 4. Maybe it's not something you're not used to, obviously. Up it to an 8. Or an 8, no, 7, 8, 9. Because sometimes we go, ha, ha, ha. So we're going to go up the effort level to 7, 8, 9. Try that one more time. And go. That was much better, and it was much more exciting also. One more time. Check your alignment. Check any tension. 3-point breath. Dorsal, costal, diaphragmatic, and go. Tongue. Excellent. Let's go on a little bit. Very good. Say gira leggera soti. Let's breathe after. Gira leggera. Breathe after that because there's a comma. And we've got a long way to go. And we might need those assist muscles by the end of sottile al suo. No. It'll go, but then it'll go faster. So let's start with, don't pack too much. Gira, gira. That's it. Ready? And tongue, hamburger tongue, pickle. Breathe in. Good. Gira, leggera, leggera, leggera. One more time. And say, gira, le, like cake. And again. Yeah, I'm hearing ledge. It's not like ledger, it's lay, like lay down. Everyone say, leje, leje. That's right. Now, the A tongue is very high. Gira, le, gira. The pickle comes forward of your mouth. Try that again, and go. Yes, that's a bright consonant, because your tongue was further. Excellent. Now let's do soti. Would you just play that to the next comma? Soti, le, al, suo. No, and that's it. That's it. Good. A little faster. Just a little faster. 1, 2. Soti. Le. And in Italian, basically 7 vowels, but it's the I, E, A, O, U. The 5 cardinal vowels. Le, al, suo, no. T. I is an E. Soti. Ready? Now let's again check your breathing. 1, 2. Soti. Stay there. Stay there. Stay there. How many people made it through? Pretty close? If not, slow it down. Slow your rib descension down so it's not so ti. I'm done. So ti leos would know. And I needed a little assist at the end. Slow everything down. 1, 2. So slow it down. Ribs slow. Maybe waist goes in. Excellent, 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 excellent. Making it sort of as you get to know it. And then do it one more time. Check your tongue height. Because if your tongue is high and you've got a very small space up there, it doesn't take so much air. So ti. I've just got a tiny little channel above that tongue. Again. 1, 2. High tongue. Faster. Now we're going to breathe. We're going to breathe there because there's a comma. And would you play the next part? Al suono dell'onde del mar. Try that. Al, start in the C sharp. 1, 2. Al suono dell'onde del. Good. And we'll hold 3 beats once more. 1, 2, go. Excellent. Dell'onde del mar. Dell'onde del mar. Ooh, and we get to work on alveolar ridge consonants later. Dell'onde del mar. I'm going to send you this week the cutest little kid in these singing O mio babbino caro, and you're to watch his tongue because he goes. His L's, his D's, and he gets right back to that hamburger position. It's so cute. So let's do the whole thing from the top of the page as best you can. Ready? And 1. Gira le gira so. Resist. Now breathe. That's the idea. Now, at second system of page 11, the 4th measure over, the no, you can take off a dot and put a quarter rest. Music notation is not very friendly to singers. You take off dots. When I was in Philharmonia, the very first thing we would do is, all right, page 12, second measure, turn that half note into a quarter note, quarter rest. Page 45, third measure, turn that, take off the dot, turn it into a quarter note. And of course, we're all going, oh my God. And if you get behind, you've missed a whole bunch of markings. So, so here we go. Stand, please.
Make sure you breathe before so we'll need it. So you can shorten the rock.
That's right. Now here's another, thank you, that's in that third measure, gera, put a flag on it and add an 8th rest. Gira le gira so ti. And you don't want to have, anyway, here we go. From the beginning. May I play the accompaniment? Yes, from the very beginning. Okay. Oop. Got it. Okay. And dance, dance, fanciulla. So it means dance, dance, maiden, to my singing. Dance, dance, maiden, gentle to my singing. Gira leggera sotti, whirl light, slender to the sound of the waves of the sea. We haven't gotten that. Yeah, we did. So we've gotten all the way to the sea side. Here we go. Got it? I'm hearing everyone say jida le. Yeah, I'm hearing jida le. Jida le, jida le, jida le. Say it again. Le, 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 le. Yeah, and you flip your tongue. All right, was that fun? All right, turn around and sing to your neighbors. And convince them now to dance. Any courageous ones? And sing till. Very good. Danza, danza me. And you go down. Everyone do that. Danza, danza. We're going at the third system down, second measure, and you go down. Danza, danza me. So go down. Ready? And go. Right, and like my choral conducting teacher says, for thrills, just shake your head. No, just kidding. You don't. Great work. Are you feeling, it's actually, and you actually practice the pitches. Cantar. Let's do de colores. And your job is to check your alignment, check your breathing, and then that IRV and the ERV and the checkpoints. Now, usually, like I say, 80% of the time, you aren't even going to get to the ERV. Okay. You want me to play this? I'll play this. Okay. Sure. Bum, a G sharp. There we go. There I come. All right. How's your head? How's that little spot up there? So that means we might have to hold our music higher. And very often you do this. You tip it out. De colores. Where is your sound maker? Your larynx. So when we do this, not only does gravity pull our jaw forward, but it crunches our larynx. And the larynx is what is inside the larynx? Vocal folds. There's our larynx. A big one to a giant. So this is the hyoid bone, and this is what the tongue is both attached to this and also to the back of your chin. Oh my God, that tongue is just wild. It's a wild creature. We think of the tongue as going this way and down, right? It actually goes this way. It's got some muscles up this way. Has some muscles to the hyoid bone, and then it has the genioglossus, and it's attached to the back of our chin. So I'd like you to start thinking of the tongue as a C rather than an inverted L. Okay, got that? In our tongue exploration here tonight. Here we go. Décolores and hamburger tongue. Ready and go. Colores, de colores se visten los. Let's do this. Everyone say, let's do the words on one pitch. De colores se visten los campos. Just in one pitch, ready? And so we get used to the words. And check your breathing, always, always, always. Are you starting on the resist? Are you starting on the gesture of inhalation? And go. Good. Keep going. Uh-huh. And I really appreciate this. My goodness, so many of you are remembering. Fantastic. Let's just sing the alto line. Ready? And. Breathe. Resist. Yes. Resist, resist. De colores. Que vemos lucir. Y por eso los grandes amores de muchos colores me gustan. Repeat. Y por eso los grandes amores de muchos colores me gustan. Yes, very good. Now let's everyone sing the melody. Sing it down an octave if you need to, but no, most of you can sing it at pitch. Ready? And can you up the effort level of your resists from about a 5 to an 8 without getting tense? Ready? And take. Excellent. Up it up. Keep it up. Energy. Tongue. Excellent. Here we go. Right here. Drop it out. Yes, yes. And I feel like people, because of the way we are in life, we tend to be like tight right here. So really risk dropping into that. It's the same. Great, great. Now may I play it and sing your parts and do just the best you can. Okay, great. And we have Mel, the sound guy, back there with Freddie. He put up all these speakers. That's why we can hear so well. Here we go. And go. And you know, when you're on your breath, you are getting a beautiful line. Or I should say on your resistors, on your inhalatory muscles, you get a beautiful line, a beautiful line. Great. Let's stand and do it one more time. Here we go. And the altos, there's your pitch, and go. Great, 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 great. Take a few minutes and just chat, rest, stick out your tongue. Oh, and just 1 second. Teresa has a little announcement.
Yes, you flew away from me. Okay, on Friday, October 6th, in Oakland, just, 7 to 8, there's a really good concert and it's free. What you should do is come up and scan the QR code to make your reservation. It's our Rockridge Chorale and the Lady of Lord's Choir. And then there's a quite impressive choir that's coming up from Houston, the Chapelwood Singers, and they're going to sing with us just for an hour, and then the next night they're singing in San Francisco. And I went to YouTube and listened to them singing with the Prague Orchestra, and I'm thinking, maybe out of my league, but anyway, it'll be a good concert. We'll all sing together. So I'm going to put this on the piano and just come scan the QR code, and that will make your reservation for you.
Thank you.
There's a church, Our Lady of Lourdes, and it's right on the lake near where the pergola is on the end by the Grand Lake Theater. So come, bring your friends.
Thank you. Okay. Massage your jaw. Let's do Hine Matov, page 17. Move your shoulders. So we're going to think of hamburger tongue, nice and flat and wide and easy, but with a pickle on the back. I saw a video called Taming the Terrible Tongue. Taming the Terrible Tongue. And she talked about an ich laut tongue. Always having that dorsum up there. And the front is just a nice soft hamburger patty, so what you want to do is avoid, and this will only take a mirror. You got to go home and look and make sure your tongue's not going. And yay, I love the yawning. I love the yawning. All right, here we go. Ready? Do you all know this? Ready? Hine matovu manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Ready? And go. Just do it on a do. Now it starts on the D and it goes up. What's that first interval that it goes up? Anybody know? A fourth. Here comes the bride. Here comes the bride. So watch for that.
I don't know this. This is different from the one we did before.
Let's do it on do, on just a do. Ready? And go. Watch your skips and steps. And repeat. Good. Up a fourth. Step down. Steps. Up a fifth. And go down an octave if you need to. Good. In English. Ready? Keep your hamburger tongue and your breathing. And how good it is for people to. Excellent. Good. Tongue, hamburger, and pickle. Watch your alignment. Yes. Excellent. Altos, would you start? Ready? And go. Repeat it. Use your resistors. Go on and you sing the first part and go back to the beginning. Altos. Breathe and how good it is and how and stop. Yes, and now let's try it a little bit in Hebrew. Hine matov umanayim shevet ahim gam yachad. And all the H's will have a little bit of with that tongue. Ready? And in unison. And hine tongue. Excellent. Now I want you to take that pickle of the tongue of the hamburger and move it a little further in toward your canines. Ready? And. Great. Repeat. Move the pickle forward. Excellent. Pickle forward. Show me your stud. Now, I think that's a lot prettier than English. Yeah, great, great, because it, again, uses the cardinal vowels. E, A, A, O, right there. E, A, A, O, right there they are. Oo, there they all are. E, A, A, O, oo, right there. Good, and vowels are made in the tongue, and they're not made here. He, ne, ma, to. He, but they're made in the tongue. He, everyone say he, me, ma, to. Now say e, a, o. Notice on the o, your lips are going to go, and oo, your lips are going to go, but the rest is not e, a, o, but e, a, o, oo. Say that again. E, A, O, U. Uh-huh. And so it's oh, sorry. Here. So I have to go. Okay. So with a little. So let's sing it again. Ready? And go. Hold it. Stop right there. Can you check? And I would like you to look at your neighbor, since we don't have enough mirrors. And I would like you to look at your neighbor, and you're just going to sing, Hine ma tovu, right there. And watch if their mouths go, Hine ma Hine. And what happens when our mouths go this way, our larynx goes up. And we want to keep our larynx not. Our larynx is settled, at least in classical music. Now in more folk or, yay, you might raise your larynx, but we generally keep our larynx settled. So you're going to settle your larynx. This is probably way too much information, but settle your larynx, and you're going to look at each other and watch, just sing the first Hine ma tov u, and you're going to put it through goalposts. Got somebody to look at? Ready? And go. Good, that's it. Even he, but, and again. Excellent. And the sound is beautiful. Do that again, one last time. Look at somebody else. And go. In other words, no smiling allowed. You can smile with your eyes. Hine ma tov. All right. Now sing it through and be aware now of your lips between the goalposts. There's so much to think about. We are little mini athletes. So between the goalpost, hamburger tongue with a pickle, and then that breath. Ready? And connect it all. Go. Now stop right there. The sound is beautiful. And I would say it's now all unified. And now you're all blending. No, you're not. You're all making beautiful sound. Beautiful sound. We are instruments. We have to build our instruments. Try that again, a little faster. So I'm just going, Hinema tovu manayam, not hinema tofu manayam, because that's ruining the vocal tract. It's ruining our tubes. Ready? And. Connect with your body again. It is stunning. It is stunning. Can you hear that? Can you hear the ring in the room other than just new tile? It was beautiful. Great. Would you start this time? Ready? And go. Connect with your resistors. And then don't play, and hamburger. Connect altos, right here. That's it. And connect. Yes, connect. Very nice, very nice. Let's do lift every voice and sing.
Interesting on the resonance of our changed flooring in here, I'm hearing all of you more, even though some of you are masked and some of you aren't. It's really very, very refreshing. I love it.
Let's stand. And page 19, thank you. And I'd like you to put your books down for 2 seconds. And I would like you to sing the first 4 notes of lift every voice and sing. And what I want you to do is get with another person. So you're going to pair up as fast as you can. And you have to be able to put your hands on their waist. You can, yes, you can turn around. I mean, no, one at a time. Yes. So one person is facing one way. Yes. Now, what I want you to do is monitor. That was very cozy, but you don't have to. Lots of hugging going on there. What I want you to do is monitor if this waist collapses. Or you can monitor up at the ribs. Lift every voice. So would you give us the pitches? Okay, so you're going to go, lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven. That's all I want, write that. And now, do you feel the ribs going in? Or are they staying out? I saw them do this at a convention one time, and one of the persons said, oh, her ribs are going in. And the clinician said to the person whose ribs are going in, work on it. Okay. So that's, again, those resistor muscles is the support. Actually, they had a couple people. They had one person put their hand here, but I'll let you do that yourself. So the front person, put your hand here, and you're just going to stay. How about here and here? Yes. And the other person's going to put your hands on your ribs and see if it maintains. Or your waist. You could do the waist. Ready? And breathe. And stop right there. Now, do you feel anything? Do you feel expansion? Or were you collapsing? Lift every voice and sing. Okay, right. Try that again. Not yet. Because we need to up that effort level. You might be just this. Well, we're singing. We're singing. We're singing. We're Steph Curry. We're the Warriors. Draymond Green. Hey. All right. Ready? Here we go. And breathe in. Now you should already feel the expansion. Ready? Breathe. Go. More, more, more. Was it better? It sounded better. Switch people. Singing is a sport, singing is a sport, singing is a sport. Ready? Do your 3-part breath. Remember your dorsum, your whatever, dorsal, costal, diaphragmatic. Ready? Breathe. Go. More. And one more time. Now check the hamburger tongue with a pickle on top. And go. Good. Can you feel, are they collapsing? Are they resisting a little bit? Maintaining? Okay. Good. And now, just for the fun of it, but there's not in this class, is there ever to be any fun of it? We're going to sing the whole thing. You monitor yourselves now. Here we go. Enjoy. But we're going to enjoy the thrill of support. Primarily, the use of primarily lower body muscles to budget the air. It almost puts the brakes on the air so those papers come together. All right. Sorry. Lift every breathe. Breathe. Support. Stay there. Breathe. Support. Tongue. Tongue. Excellent, excellent. Skip over, please, to what was it? The page 30. Remember how how it felt with that person's hands on your body? Okay. Everyone sing line 1. Everyone sing line 2, and then altos. Would you sing line 2 and sopranos sing line 1? Everybody line 1, everybody line 2, and then split. We, e, ki, e, he, he. Keep that hamburger tongue with the pickle on top, in the back, and go. Pickle. Support muscles, resist. resist. Vowels in the tongue. Everyone in part 2. Ready, and tongue, hamburger. And breathe. Don't overbreathe. Packed for the trip. Split alto second line. More resistance. Yay. Nice. Let's do I come to sing instead of I love to sing, because I want the K tongue. That's where your pickle is. I come to sing. Everyone? Now, I need I come. Ready? Add a little bit of that resist. And not freeze, not squeeze, not grunt, and. One more. Resist. Excellent. And then sing, 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 sing. Put little duck lips. Sing, 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 sing. But then soften them. And one more. Good. I remembered to do a cool down. Yay. Yay. Thank you, Jacqueline. Thank you. You are fantastic. If you have, Jacqueline has made recordings of almost everything. Well, half. So I'll send them out this week. It doesn't mean you have to learn it all, but it's nice to kind of get it in your ear. Good. If you have any questions or problems, or you want me to address an issue, come on up. Or
And all my tempos are slower, so you can get the words. So you can.
that was fantastic. Thank you. And I'm so nice to have you all. Yay.